this IBC currently being constituted, I do not think that the William Ruto regime expected it to be or wanted it to be independent. But that doesn't worry me. Kenyans have a way of overcoming. Even when the opposition won in 2002 against KANU, which had entrenched itself for over 40 years after independence, they did not win because we had an independent electoral commission. The Kivoito Commission certainly was not independent. It won because a majority of Kenyans had decided to support change.
It's very, very unfortunate that the government we supported, and tulikuwa pale last time, and he knows that. So kukanyanga barabara imekanyangwa, you are not telling us anything new. Ungetafuta namna ingine ya kuadhibu wale you think they are not following your lies. Anaongea na nguvu sana, anakasirika sana, vile anataka kuunganisha Wakenya. Huwezi kuunganisha Wakenya kama hauna wengine. So hiyo ni theory ya campaign. Ile kitu rais wetu anajua sana ni kucampaign. Lakini nataka kutuambia sasa ni maendeleo. Hiyo mambo ya Koibori unajua ni ya kukasirisha, and makes me feel very bad. Kwa sababu Koibori alinyang'anywa askari, hakuongea. Mimi nilinyang'anywa nikaongea. Kwa hivyo hata akichukuliwa jana, just from the church compound, hakuwa na askari. Tunasikia DCI anasema sio hao, lakini gari iko polisi. Ni nani atachukua gari apeleke polisi? Kwa sababu walishika dereva, kaenda huko kichakani. Kitu ilifanyika wakati ule, ndi naambia rais wetu, hiyo barabara imekanyangwa hapo awali. You are not doing anything new kutuhangaisha. Mimi sina askari, najua hatujui ni upelelezi gani walifanya. Alitishwa simu na akayatishwa bunduki. Kwa hivyo mimi nategemea Mungu, najua na watu wangu ndio wanilinde, sababu Mungu ndiye ako na sisi.
For staying with us. Now, a warrant of arrest has been issued against the deputy party leader of the Democratic Congress Party, Cleophas Malala, following a weekend meeting that allegedly disrupted transport and business operations in Kakamega, Western Region. Now, Western Region Police Commander Isa Mohammed confirmed the development, stating that Malala must present himself to his office within 72 hours to record a statement. The police have already impounded 3 vehicles linked to the politician, intensifying investigations into the nature and purpose of Saturday's gathering. That is a developing story. Former Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala, there is an a warrant of arrest issued to arrest him. Let's have a listen to that.
Roads are closed for 2 hours or 3 hours, and there's no business going on. People fear looting, people start closing businesses. We intercepted his vehicle, which was being driven on the wrong side of the road at high speed, carelessly. And his driver jumped over the vehicle, attempted to escape. Mheshimiwa Cleophas Malala should report to my office anytime from now. We're expecting him today to come so that we question him on Saturday's discourse.
Well, just a reminder of who our guest is.
Kasongo Mobali nanga Kasongo mbona wewe Songa libala Kasongo mbona wewe Mobali nanga
Tusalie maeneo yayo hayo ya pwani ambapo aliyekuwa jaji mkuu David Maraga amemlaumu mwanasheria mkuu Dorcas Oduor kwa kutozingatia matakwa ya kisheria na badala yake kuunga mkono kile anachosema ni ufisadi serikalini. Maraga ambaye yuko katika kaunti ya Kwale akiendeleza kampeni zake za kugombea urais mwaka 2027 ametaja kuwa madai ya Ikulu kuchukua muhuri wa taifa ni kinyume cha sheria na njama ya kutekeleza wizi wa mali ya umma. Katika harakati zake za kutafuta uungwaji mkono, Maraga amezuru maeneo bunge ya Kinago, Matuga, Lungalunga na hata Msambweni.
Kwa safari hii hebu tukaeni chini tutafakari, kwa sababu si kwa ajili yetu sisi, kwa ajili ya kile kizazi chetu kilichoko huku nyuma. Tukiangalia nyuma bado tuna wajukuu, tuna watoto na bado nao pia kuna kilio. Tuwasaidie kuchagua uongozi bora. Tuwasaidie kuweka viongozi walio na maadili, walio na malengo, walio na maono na mwananchi wa kawaida.
Article 9 of the Constitution of Kenya says the symbols of the Republic of Kenya, the first one is the national flag of Kenya. The second one is the national anthem of Kenya. The third is the coat of arms of Kenya. And the fourth is the public seal of the Republic of Kenya. Someone whose office is even unconstitutional has taken the public seal of Kenya.
Hiyo muhuri ya serikali inaenda kutumika kuweka contract, kuweka agreement ambao badala ya agreement kukost bilioni 1 na cost bilioni 10. Hiyo bilioni 9 saidi wewe ndio unalipa, mimi ndio nalipa. Alafu useme hakuna barabara, hakuna madawa, hakuna nini. Tutawezaje kuendelea mbele tukiwa na wizi kama huo?
Tonight, let's begin with the Auditor General, who has flagged how the country is losing billions of shillings in fines arising from non-utilization of foreign loans. Auditor General Nancy Gathungu reveals that the country lost 6.6 billion shillings over the last 4 years in paying commitment fees accrued from unutilized 304 billion shillings from foreign lenders. Stephen Latour now reports.
An audit of donor-funded projects indicated that the projects continue to experience low absorption of the funds, leading to payment of youth commitment fees or fine that, according to the Auditor General, amounted to wastage of public funds. According to presentations from the Auditor General today, 6.6 billion shillings have in the last 4 years been wasted through payments of commitments of unutilized funds.
Between the financial year 2020-2021 and financial year 2023-2024, the government paid commitment fees totaling 6.569 billion on undrawn amounts in respect of loans signed between the government of Kenya and foreign lenders.
In the 2023-2024 financial year, Kenyans lost 1.6 billion shillings to payment of fine for low absorption of foreign loans, while in the 2022-2023 financial year, 1.4 billion shillings was also lost to what the Auditor General terms as unmeaningful payments. Some of these projects listed to have attracted billions of shillings worth of commitment fees include the East Africa Skills Transformation Project, where World Bank donated 1 billion shillings and Treasury ended up paying 526 million shillings as commitment fees.
And commitment fees, as the Honourable Member points out, are wastage of public resources and penalties. It means that when we were entering into these agreements, we were not ready to fulfill our part of the bargain. The implementing agencies did not have their plans ready.
That if there's a loss somewhere, there must be a gain somewhere. And according to the work that you've done, are you in a position to tell us this great thief that is destroying the lives of Kenyans, who might have been a beneficiary in this wastage of 6.5 billion Kenya shillings?
The Kapchorwa, Suam, Kitale and Eldoret Bypass Roads project is also on the list with an undrawn balance of 16 billion shillings, also attracting penalties. The multinational Horn of Africa Isiolo Mandera corridor, the famous El Wak Ramu Road, where the Deputy President visited today to inspect the ongoing works, also attracted penalties after 16 million shillings was only spent out of the billions of shillings allocated. The session generated into a heated one as committee chair Sam Atandi and his predecessor Ndindi Nyoro clashed over questions posed to the Auditor General.
I am sure you have heard about securitization. Securitization of the fuel levy in our country. And instead of you then auditing when the damage is already done, I would want to hear your thought.
And I also wanted to ask my brother Ndindi that relax, just relax. Let us do the budget within the framework that we have. You know, if you would like us to extend and ask things that really are not here, then it means you're basically playing politics.
Chairman, any question that I may ask regarding public resources is a relevant question. And number two, let's not overstretch our mandate also to imagine that you can guide another member on how to answer or to ask questions.
The questions regarding the Hustler Fund also came to the fore, with MPs questioning why the committee should continue allocating money to the fund.
When you got the report that 6 billion cannot be accounted for, do you have the figures attributed to individuals? Do you have a list of 5 million or 6 million Kenyans who have borrowed 500 here, 1,000 there, 10,000 there, that now reaches a final conclusion that 6 billion cannot be accounted for?
So I know what it is, I know what they need, and anything that is done for this office is meant actually to protect the sovereignty and financial accountability actually for the Republic of Kenya. There I 100% agree with you.
Stephen Leto, Citizen TV.
You remember last weekend I said that a special squad had been set aside, and now we have confirmation that President William Ruto, CS for Interior Kipchumba Murkomen, and the Deputy Inspector General, Mr. Eliud Langat, all from the Kalenjin community, have put up a squad to deal with leaders who are opposed to this regime. The Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen has sent a message to us through common friends that his appointment to the Ministry of Interior is to make sure that William Ruto is re-elected as president and to deal with anybody who can stop that objective. Officers from the National Police Service has confirmed to us that a special squad of 20 police officers from the Nandi sub-ethnic community are the ones behind the abduction of George Koibori, and they are the ones that were deployed in Kakamega to target the Honorable John Methu and Karungo Athangwa. Specifically, there were about 300 police officers who were deployed in Kakamega, but 20 police officers from the Nandi sub-ethnic community under the direct command of the Deputy Inspector General, Eliud Langat, and reporting to Kipchumba Murkomen and William Ruto, had been assigned to harm the Senator for Nyandarua and the Senator for Kiambu because of their vocal stand against this regime. Let me say that I want to appeal to the international community to rescue this country. William Ruto has become a very vengeful dictator, and his activities are similar to the one by Dr. In Dada and Mobutu Sese Seko. And the level of impunity in this country, if the international community does not come through for the people of Kenya, we are going to have not just killings, but maiming of elected leaders. What has happened to the Honorable Koimbuli is a very deliberate attempt by William Ruto, Kipchumba Murkomen, and Langat to scare leaders who speak out. It is meant to scare them. It is meant to sell them fear so that they can stop agitating for the liberation of this great republic. And I want to say that William Ruto must know it is these leaders, it is not these leaders who are against his rule. It is the people of Kenya. These leaders are simply articulating what the people of Kenya are saying. And even if he targets these leaders to kill them, to maim them, he cannot do the same to each and every Kenyan. And I want to tell him to stop spreading the narrative that the rebellion against him is coming from the people of Mount Kenya region. This rebellion is across the country, from Western Kenya, Coast Province, Northeastern, Nyanza, including his native North Rift and South Rift. Members of the Kalenjin community are also up in arms because of the misuse of public resources, mismanagement of the economy, and the fact that there is no work going on in this country. So let me appeal to the international community to take a great interest in what is happening in Kenya. And we have seen what is happening in the neighboring countries, in Tanzania, the suppression of civil society.
There were no approvals, licenses, or public participation in the acquisition of 5 acres of Ngong Road forest land for development of a luxury hotel that has since been suspended by the Kenya Forest Service. The National Environment Management Authority did not authorize the development, which was stopped as there were questions on the project that were not fully answered. The developer of that luxury hotel was today revealed as Konyon Company Limited, whose owner, Willie Lusige, has since established. Here is his story now.
The investor will not go away.
A few days after KFS suspended the construction of a posh luxury hotel inside Ngong Road Forest, more details have surfaced. During a heated public forum, KFS revealed that Konyon Company Limited won the tender to build 20 luxury cottages after applying in November 2024. The special user license was issued in February 2025, just days after board approval.
If you look at the license, we give a period of 6 months from the time the license is issued. Early entry means that can you start the project as you continue doing these other things. They were given early entry and that's why they started.
Records at the Register of Companies show that Konyon Company Limited, registered on 8th April 2005, is owned by Beatrice Pauline Cherono Kones and Yvonne Chepkurui Kones, who both have the same address listed as PO Box 27, 511 Nyayo Stadium. Each holds 500 ordinary shares. Other Konya Igeria, whose nationality is listed as Australian, is the company secretary. The swift approvals obtained by the company have raised questions.
We can do anything, but let not them come manipulate our forest because the Act talks about that.
I come from Gado village here. We've been lacking land for even hospitals. Yet someone out of nowhere within less than 1 year is already being told to build a hotel.
It also emerged that NEMA declined to license the project. The environmental impact assessment done by a consultant hired by Konyon itself was rejected as incomplete and misleading with fake public participation pictures.
No public participation meeting was an eco lodge mentioned.
I would also take responsibility and say sorry, we did not reach out to you guys, okay?
While KFS claimed the project involved 11 cottages, documents filed with NEMA show plans for 20 tented cottages, a concrete kitchen, reception, yoga deck, restaurant, wellness center, and other permanent structures. The consultant later claimed he advised scaling down to 10 units, yet on site, 11 cottages and concrete buildings are already up, directly defying NEMA's directive to use degradable materials.
What is coming out, I want to say, is that there is need for comprehensive public participation.
There was drama as angry stakeholders, frustrated by vague and evasive responses, accused KFS officials of failing to grasp the seriousness of the matter and questioned how the opaque licensing process proceeded without transparency or public involvement. Residents are demanding the entire project be scrapped as KFS insisted that similar eco-friendly cottages have been constructed in other public forests but with full compliance with the legal procedures. Willie Lusige, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
The Honorable George Koibori was tortured by professionals. He has serious soft tissue injuries. This is torture normally done by professionals. He has lost his voice, and the doctors are working round the clock to restore his vocal cords. And the Honorable Koibori has been able to communicate through writing because he is not able to speak. That some chemical was administered through inhalation, and the doctors have told us that preliminary investigations confirm that that chemical has interfered with his vocal cords. The doctors have assured us they are doing everything within their power to make sure that he is out of danger. They have taken blood and urine samples to private laboratories, different ones, so that they can establish what could have happened in matters poisoning. You remember last weekend I said that a special squad had been set aside and now we have confirmation that President William Ruto, CS for Interior Kipchumba Murkomen, and the Deputy Inspector General, Mr. Eliud Langat, all from the Kalenjin community, have put up a squad to deal with leaders who are opposed to this regime. The Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen has sent a message to us through common friends that his appointment to the Ministry of Interior is to make sure that William Ruto is re-elected as president and to deal with anybody who can stop that objective. Officers from the National Police Service has confirmed to us that a special squad of 20 police officers from the Nandi sub-ethnic community are the ones behind the abduction of George Koibori, and they are the ones that were deployed in Kakamega to target the Honorable John Methu and Karungo Athangwa specifically. I want to appeal to the international community to rescue this country. William Ruto has become a very vengeful dictator, and his activities are similar to the one by Dr. Dada and Mobutu Sese Seko. And the level of impunity in this country, if the international community does not come through for the people of Kenya, we are going to have not just killings, but maiming of elected leaders. What has happened to the Honorable Koimbuli is a very deliberate attempt by William Ruto, Kipchumba Murkomen, and Langat to scare leaders who speak out. It is meant to scare them. It is meant to sell them fear so that they can stop agitating for the liberation of this great republic.
Why? He's a state officer.
Not arrested.
He's a member of parliament.
But why should he not be arrested?
Just wait. Why should you arrest anybody?
Because that is what the law provides.
That is not what it does. First, you are summoned.
The law provides.
You are in. Just wait, Wishmiwa.
Which law says what you say? You don't.
Let me ask you.
Let's not throw
when
the law does.
When a police officer comes to check on me if I've broken the law, what does he do?
He comes to establish whether you've committed an offense.
Wait. So why would they abduct the MP?
Unfortunately, and we got to be right with this, it's a question of whether you support the government.
No, wait, answer me. Why did they then abduct him?
I'm sorry. Where do you get the abduction from? Senator.
Oh my God.
Senator.
It is in the paper here.
It is in the paper.
You tell me the newspaper, these people are mad.
We are not saying anything.
Are you telling me these people, these two headlines are mad?
We are not saying anything.
Sammy, I don't think I need to be here with such a guy.
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think you don't come here and rant and shout and then you say, just go if you want to go.
No.
I'm sorry.
In fact, allow this guy to continue pontificating about this.
Just calm down. Because you need
to mean these headlines are all fake?
We need to have a conversation.
I'm sorry. I think some. Let me be the voice of reason here. These newspapers are fake.
Let me be the voice of reason.
Sorry.
Let me be the voice of reason here.
Yes, Mheshimiwa.
And I want to say that I feel like my good friend Gitonga Morogara must take back his words. Before you even say anything about this issue, you need to realize this is a colleague like you.
I'm sorry, I know it.
You know,
Gitonga.
No.
Gitonga. You're also a colleague like me.
This gentleman, right on the first page of the paper.
Yes.
Is this a picture you would like to see?
I wouldn't want to see.
Why did you say that this man might be pretending? That's not right.
That's why I need
That's not right. Which investigation?
Okay.
Are we going to trust? Are we going to trust the investigation organ? Are we going to investigate the investigating organ? If even today they are trashing this issue, are we going to investigate and say we can trust what these people are going to tell us?
Chairman,
are we going to accept?
The point of contention here, it's okay, Mheshimiwa. The point of contention here, I think it's your remark saying that him being a politician, you sort of insinuated that you cannot trust that this actually happened to him.
Correct.
Being inflicted from
I don't trust even Mukunji was abducted. I don't trust it. Of that.
So talk to me. To say it. Okay. It's fine. It's his opinion.
I don't trust you until it happens to somebody.
Just a moment.
Until it happens to somebody.
Chairman, you chair the Justice Legal Affairs.
Yeah, correct. I believe it. He chairs the Justice and Legal Affairs.
At the Senate, it is also the committee that takes care of human rights issues.
Absolutely.
At the National Assembly, which committee takes care of that?
Justice and Legal Affairs.
Justice and Legal Affairs.
Yes.
So talk to me about.
You're full of yourself here.
Yes. No.
Mheshimiwa Mukunji, please.
You don't use foul language.
Chairman,
I'm sorry.
No. You've made a fool of yourself here. You cannot say we are pretending.
You're saying you're clever than me.
How do you say people are pretending?
Please,
you pretended you were abducted.
Chairman Murugara,
for what?
Don't be distracted.
For your own sake.
No.
I'm sorry,
what did I benefit?
Because you had the reasons to do it.
So if I lost my life, would you be saying the same?
How
would you have lost?
Can we make progress? I know the Senator Nyonka, you wanted to say something because I want us to take a short break.
I'm kind of just feeling like I'm silly.
Why?
I actually don't feel like sitting here.
What is it?
I mean, a head of state comes to, he's in Homa Bay and he says, yes, I'm going to stop the abductions. Raila is standing there and he's telling him, I've said Ruto should stop the abductions. Ruto comes and says, I've stopped their abductions, all the people are abducted, they are now with their parents and everything. He is the chairman of the damn committee. Did he summon anybody to ask him why the president was admitting to those crimes?
Can I respond?
What am I doing?
Respond. I'm sorry. If Senator Nyonka doesn't want to be...
Just no, you can't.
I think I need to go.
No.
Senator, we have
can I respond to that?
We
have so many... Can I respond, please?
You can't give up on Kenya.
You don't judge yourself and you say people like this.
Senator Nyonka, you cannot...
And we thought when President Ruto, in answer to a question from a foreign journalist, saying that they have all come to an end, and all those that have been abducted and safely been returned to their homes and reunited with their families. Only unfortunately to see this latest one of Honorable Koimburi. And just to answer a simple question, on Friday last week, the police who are looking for Honorable Koimburi did not get him. He managed to escape. The police continued to look for him. They arrested his driver. His vehicle is still at the Bodaiga police station. That was Friday. And then on Sunday, it said rocket science to know the people that were hunting for Koimburi on Friday are the same
The mood in the country.
Yeah. If you're gauging
If that IBC tries to mess with the election,
okay,
there will be no country here. 207 will look like a Christmas party. I can tell you.
And if Kenyans don't address the need to remedy their electoral customs, the events of January 2008 may well look like a Christmas party come 2012.
Na wasikia wenzangu wapo wanazungumza wakipiga kifua kwamba SHA inafanya. Na kwa mtazamo wangu mwenyewe, kama hiyo SHA itakuwa ikifanya, ni wananchi watatuambia, sio nyinyi viongozi hapa, kwa sababu hapa hamna mtu yoyote ambaye anaenda kupokea matibabu na anatumia SHA. Kwa hivyo ukisimama hapo useme SHA inafanya, utuonyeshe ulitibiwa na SHA lini.
My friend, if you come within shooting range, we will deal with you.
We now have a government of the speeches.
Sasa mtakuwa na international stadium hapa. Arsenal ama Manchester United wanaweza kuja kucheza hapa.
What? Hold up, wait a minute. What did he say? By the speeches.
The youth are the flowers of society.
For the speeches.
Shida yetu kubwa ni wasaliti wa jamii.
Because why do actual work when you can do spoken word or ear long?
Nyinyi mkiniangalia saa hii, mnione sura mzuri sana. Mnaona kama mimi ni mtu ndacheza na mambo ya bandit.
Every week, somewhere in this country, there's a leader standing at a podium, holding 20 microphones, making one big promise and delivering zero results.
As a leader of majority, I can tell you there has never been any impeachment motion against the deputy president.
But it's not just any speech. No. It's a Swahili sanifu speech.
Rais hajaenda Uchina kukopa, ameenda kutafuta wawekezaji.
Delivered in Gelia, tume na tuta. Tumezindua.
Tumeungana na African Development Bank.
Tutaleta.
Tumetetea kahawa. Si tunatetea majani chai.
It's not governance, it's a government poetry slam.
Sisi watu ya Mount Kenya, hii ni serikali yetu.
And a proper speech apparently must be delivered from the sunroof of a fuel guzzling machine.
These people don't understand. Kwa hii taxes wanaongeza usiku na mchana.
Paid by taxpayers, surrounded by taxpayers without money.
God, please, no! No! No!
Somewhere along the way, we replaced public service with public speaking.
Mimi huogopa Mwenyezi Mungu peke yake, uji moto na umeme.
Forget service delivery. It's time for speech delivery.
Wewe unafikiria hata mimi nikikasirika sasa niwaambie mpange laini niwape 2,200 nitawapea nyinyi wote. Yeah, boy.
William Ruto mambo yake tumemaliza. Tumemaliza hatujamaliza? Yeah? Huyo hatutaki tuongee juu yake. Shida yetu kubwa kama jamii ni wasaliti. Huyu Ruto hangeangaisha sisi kama haingekuwa ni wasaliti wa jamii. Na mimi nataka munisaidie. Tunataka wale wote wamesaliti jamii, wale ambaye wanatembea na William Ruto akipanga kumaliza jamii yetu. As we speak, MCS karibu wote walikuwa wa jamii yetu wametolewa katika police stations. MCPD wote wametolewa. Watu ya jamii wetu wanatumwa kwa mpaka pahali iko hatari. Ukienda station Nairobi hakuna mtu hata moja. Na siku Uhuru Kenyatta alikuwa naondoka, maofisa MCS na MCPD walikuwa wamejaa kila pahali. Hivi majuzi kuna CEO wa ICTA anaitwa Stanley Kamanguya. Board of Directors wakakutana wakamuongeza miaka 3. Rais alikasirika, amefuta hiyo madirectors kazi kwa sababu ya kuongeza huyo kijana ya nyumbani contract ya mwaka 3. Mambo ya biashara, amesema mtu yote ya mlima ambaye anadai serikali zaidi ya 50 million asilipwe bila yeye kusema. So kama jamii tuko na shida, na shida yetu kubwa ni wasaliti wa jamii. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka tukubaliane, hao wabunge wote ambayo wanatembea na rais na kuja kutukosea heshima kuleta mchele na maharagwe na kuungana na yeye akiumiza watu wetu, wote tuwafukuze. Tutawafukuza? Wote. Number 2, wasanii wetu na waibaji. Tumehuzunishwa sana ya kwamba wamekuwa wasaliti ya jamii. Ati wameitwa pale Karen juzi na huyu mtu anaitwa Mr. Moneybags. Ati wanaambiwa wakuje wadanganye nyinyi SHA inafanya kazi. SHA inafanya kazi. Na wakamwambia ati watakuja kuambia nyinyi. Ati watuambie barabara zinajengwa. Atuambie masomo naenda mzuri. Mimi nimeketi na wazee jana usiku. Na tumesema hawa wasanii. Wazee wameniambia nitangaze. Kwa sababu sasa pahali tumefika. Sasa lazima nitoe mwelekeo. Si ndio? Nitoki nyarute mwelekera. Hawa wasanii wameenda pale kwa huyo jamaa. Na huyo jamaa mikono yake imejaa damu ya Gen Z. Siku Gen Z Ruto amesema watoto wauawe, yeye ndiye alikuwa CS wa Interior. Yeye ndiye alisimamia watoto wetu wakauawa. Kwa hivyo hiyo pesa mnaenda kuchukua pale iko na damu ya watoto wetu wa Gen Z. Wameenda pale wamepewa kila mtu 50,000 kuuza jamii. Atuwakuje watudanganye. Wazee wameniambia namna hii. Hao wasanii waombe msamaha. Wasipoomba msamaha, tuwache kusikiza nyimbo zao. Number 2, zile entertainment joint wanaenda wasiitwe huko tena. Na wewe kama ni mwenye club ukiita huyo mtu, customers wahame waende pahali ingine. Tena ile mtandao you unfollow them. Si ndio? You unfollow them. Because wameenda kuchukua shilingi 50,000. Na pahali wanaenda entertainment, wale watu wameenda pale kwa sababu akili imechemuka kwa sababu ile Kasongo ametusumbua. Wanaenda kuwatubuiza ndio akili zitulie. Hao wameenda kukaa na wale watu ambaye wametuumiza, wametuletea hizo shida. So you unfollow those artists, those who don't apologize to the community. And entertainment joint owners, you stop inviting them. And where you invite them, people should move from those clubs and go elsewhere. That is the only way now tutakinga hii jamii.